What's something you still regret doing till this day? When a man followed my wife home from work, I did something that haunts me. She called terrified, saying someone had been trailing her car for miles. I told her to drive to the police station, but before she could turn around, he forced her off the road. I heard her scream through the phone before it went dead. By the time I found her car, she was gone, but her phone was still recording. The video showed everything. Him dragging her out, laughing as she begged. When she mentioned being pregnant, he just smiled wider. I spent 3 days searching until my brother, a cop, called. They'd found her alive, but barely. In the hospital, she couldn't look at me, just kept apologizing, like it was her fault. I kissed her forehead and whispered, "I'll make this right." I'd never heard anyone before, but watching that video, hearing his voice, something broke. My brother gave me an address, said he'd make sure no cameras worked that night. When I found him, he didn't even remember her, just shrugged and said, "Which one?" The pipe was already in my hand. The first hit was for my wife, the second for our baby, the third was for me. My brother cleaned everything up, made it look like a robbery, but he couldn't clean up what it did to me. My wife recovered, we had another child, but every night I still hear that man's voice, and every morning I have to face what I became.